guys know how tomorrow is. We need to polish some things up. It needs to be clean. We got to play fast. That's when we play good, man. Bring that energy out here and play fast. Play Thursday, bring them in Friday, put the game to bed, and then they get that Friday and Saturday off the field. So I think it just depends on the state of your team going into your first bye. You know, that was a long window, 7 weeks of football without a break for the guys. And so last year, I think ours was after the 5th game. This one's after the 7th. So it's a little different, you know, especially when you play Clemson, Florida State, Syracuse, 3 really good teams in a row.
Chambers tucks it, and Chambers creates for a first down. Welcome to the ball game, Jack Chambers. Chambers gets free and finds his man over the middle.
I think we've gotten a lot better in many ways. The guys battle here, and you know, the improvements they've made in certain areas, the way they've been resilient when they're down and found ways to win.
Good snap, ball down. Kick is on its way. It is automatic. And the Pack's got the lead, 19-17.
You know, I think the ability of our nickel position to play at the level it has with T-Bake being out has been impressive. For Jakeem Harris and Devin Boykin to slide from safety to nickel and still do what they've done has been impressive. I think the running back position on the other side of the ball, you know, it was a big question mark coming into the season from the outside. Has done some really good things. Jordan Houston, Demi Sumo, Delbert Mims, DeMarcus Jones, those 4 guys have played consistently well in the backfield for us. We're still trying to deal with, you know, the loss of our quarterback, I think, and some of the injuries. How do you replace those guys and manufacture points or stops?
Let's go!
We have 3 straight home games, and then we have 1 flight to Louisville, another bus ride, you know, across the city. So we'll be in our team hotel for 4 of the 5 final games. I like the way that sets up. Normally we're gone a lot more with the fair and everything. Opportunity to just play 1 week at a time and still have a special season and a great finish. This is going to be an important window coming up here to get healthy.
One with Wolfpack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
I need to try it first.
We come from different places to experience a piece of history. and leave our own mark on the storied fairways of number 2.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed, activated, and monitored 24/7.
Rivalries happen, but no matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Place your order for a 2023 F-150 and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
I need to try it first.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I was whipped but not allowed. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody and unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged the punishment to scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
There's more once again.
That's Isaiah Moore right on cue.
The leader in the middle, Isaiah Moore.
All right, we all know he's the energy of this defense. He's the leader of this defense.
No doubt, bro. Leave no doubt. Worry about tonight. Focus on tonight. That's not matter, but right now, brother. Right now. Hey, family on 2-1-2.
You know, everybody has a dream. You know, everybody has something that they want to accomplish. And I think fear is the biggest thing that keeps us from that. Fear of failing, but also fear of actually accomplishing it, right? I think for me, it's something that I've dealt with, you know, throughout my career. You know, wanting to be so perfect, wanting to do everything so precise that you end up playing scared. And in football and in life, if you play scared, you're gonna fail. And I think the biggest thing, you got to go out there and say, I'm going to give this thing all that I got. And whatever happens, happens. You know, God's in control. Every time I get step on that field, it's a blessing. You know, it's something that I don't even think I really realized until it was snatched away from me last year. So every time I step on that field, I just thank God for another opportunity.
And there's an injured NC State player down at the 15-yard line. It's Isaiah Moore, who's the heartbeat of that defense.
You know, personally, I didn't want to leave NC State like that. I didn't want to leave NC State off of injury. I wanted to be able to walk away on my own terms. They always tell you that the rehab process never goes how you think it's going to go. And I think that's the truest statement I've ever heard. I've had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of good days, a lot of bad days. But I think it's all just going to be preparing me for what's to come. Hamstring get tight, man. I'm a little work though. Feel me? I'm a little work. Last to the 10. Moving on.
You know, to see his hard work this offseason, just trying to get back right. The work that he puts in rehab is like crazy. The injury like relit a fire in him. I feel like that kind of just helped him get the love back for the game.
A lot of people ask me that question, you know, what do you love about football? I think the biggest thing that sticks out for me is just the ability to take a man to his destruction in a sense. You know, it's just, you line up on the field and like the mindset is I'm better than you and that guy thinks he's better than me and we're gonna see who's better. You gotta have a little nasty to you to play on this defense, man. You gotta have a little bit of swagger to you, a little bit of confidence to you, a little mean streak, you know. Defense isn't supposed to be pretty. It isn't supposed to be clean. Like no defensive call is ever perfect. No blitz is ever perfect. It's all about, you know, imposing your will on another opponent, on the guy in front of you. That's how you play defense, and that's how we try to attack every day. I've never shied away from any competition that ever, you know, come up to me. So, like video games, pool, like my parents say, me and my grandpa always play cards all the time, man, the same way. So it's that competition aspect is great.
I think his love for his teammates, his love for our coaching staff, and how he carries himself in that locker room it's a really, really comforting thing as a head coach to have that walking around and what he brings out of other people around him, you know? I mean, people don't want to let him down.
This is the closest any team I've ever been on. We're brothers, we're family. When we say family, we really mean it. We'll do anything for each other. We go out there and lay it all on the line for each other, and that's what's easy for me to come back to that. Three-time captain here at NC State now, and it's something that I don't take for granted, you know, any day. You know, the amount of respect and trust that I have from my teammates and my coaches, it means the world because I know it's something I had to earn. You know, it's not something that I was just given, you know, outright, something I had to earn through my work ethic, the way I play on the field, you know, productivity, all those things, you know, play a major factor, you know, who I am as a person, and the fact that they think highly of me, to put that C on my chest for 3 straight years now, means a lot.
And he is hit hard by Isaiah Moore.
You can see the speed of the linebacking crew that they have here.
I think I'll say I'm a pretty vocal leader. I try to use my voice to encourage guys to get going. There you go, hey, hey, that's all you. That's all you, baby, that's all you. Come on, you good? Come on. Come on. I think the biggest thing about my leadership is that I would never ask somebody to do something I wouldn't do myself. That's the biggest thing. I try to be as honest and as truthful as possible with my guys. I don't want any type of fakeness to come across. I don't want them to feel like that, oh, you're telling me to do it, but you wouldn't do it, you know? So anything that I ask of my teammates, I always make sure I'm doing that myself.
You know, he's probably one of the best leaders you could ask for at this moment. He speaks when he needs to speak. He also leads by example, does the right things on and off the field. And so I'm very, pleased that he's our leader, that we can follow him, and he can show us the way to go.
Without a doubt, one of the most talented leaders I've been around as a player. And not just as a player here, as a person on our campus that leads through Pack United and other ways in his own fraternity. At his age, to do the things that he does, I mean, it's not just respect. I mean, I look up to the guy in some ways. I was nothing like that at his age.
When I decided to come to NC State, I wanted to make NC State, you know, a better place than when I found it. And that just wasn't on the football field, but off it as well. So the things we're able to do with Pack United in the community and elsewhere is awesome. It's something that we really take a liking to, that really hold near and dear to our heart, and make an impact on not just the NC State community, but the Raleigh community as a whole. Us as athletes, we get to do this stuff every day. We get to go out and play football and live a dream every day, but you know, there's other communities that don't. So to offer that and make them feel special is awesome.
One with Wolfpack is sponsored in part by North Carolina's electric cooperatives, powering a brighter future for the people and communities we serve.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
We come from different places to experience a piece of history and leave our own mark on the storied fairways of number 2.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Place your order for a 2023 F-150 and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
One with Wolfpack is sponsored in part by Carolina Ford Dealers, proud sponsor of NC State Athletics. This film study is brought to you by Lenovo, smarter technology for all.
Now we are joined by linebacker Drake Thomas, and Drake, coming from the NFL, I am not familiar with this 3-3-5 defense. So we're gonna kind of flip roles right here. I'm gonna be Drake Thomas, you're gonna be Coach Gibson, and I am walking into my first day of training camp. Take me through the alignment and the names of each position on the field in a basic 2-by-2 formation.
All right, so first off, obviously, we're gonna start with the defensive line. We like to run what we call a tight fit. So we got the nose here, we got both of our ends, and then in 4 techniques, playing the B gaps. And then after that, we have, everything is based off field and boundaries. So if the ball's on the hash and we go to the passing strength over here to the field, the nickel will get a nickel, from our perspective, nickel right, and he'll line up over number 2. And so the Sam will line with him. The Mike stacked. This is what we call this fit right here. It's called stacked. When it's 2-by-2, 2 receivers, 2 eligible receivers on each side, we call it stacked. So Sam, Mike, Will, stacked, C, A, C. Those are our gaps based off the tight front. And we got B, A, B. Then we got also over here to the boundary, we got a corner playing a deep third. We got our free safety, who is a flat defender, and he's also playing in the run fit with us on 2-by-2 formation. So then we got another corner over here playing a third, and then we got our strong safety sitting in the middle playing the post. So everything is determined by first field and the boundary, then it's distribution of wide receivers and eligibles.
Batted down. Drake Thomas on the deflection.
So when you take the field, you are the Sam.
Yes.
And that allows you to sometimes play from the typical linebacker position, but also be up on the line of scrimmage and rush the passer. What do you like to do? Do you like to come downhill, or do you like kind of playing that defensive end role where you're coming in?
Yeah, so naturally, I think I'm more of this guy or this guy. I think that's more of my natural position. When I came to college, that's kind of what I expected to play. As time has gone on and I've had to fill the role of the Sam position, I've kind of added more things to my game, and I've gotten better at rushing the passer, playing outside in space. So I've grown to like the Sam position, But at the end of the day, I don't really have a preference. It's whatever the team needs me to do. I'm happy to do it.
And do you guys have any kind of basic principles? Is there a theme or almost like a mission statement of this defense that Coach Gibson preaches? Is there any core principles?
Yeah, we're just dogs.
Dogs?
That's what we, DAWGS. And just like everything that we do every single day, just going all out, flying to the ball, playing physical, nasty, and just violent football. That's our goal.
This is a fascinating defense because there's a lot that you can do to cause confusion for the quarterback and the offensive line, sending guys from all different ways, creating a lot of confusion for the quarterback.
This segment of One with Wolfpack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. This week we're looking at the offensive line with a homegrown talent himself, Raleigh's own Tim McKay. Tim, you just told me that you didn't start playing football until the 9th grade.
Oh, that's right.
How did you end up on the offensive line?
Yeah, so I was playing soccer my whole life, and then I got cut from the high school soccer team, and then tried out for the football team, and I made it.
Well, what do you like about playing offensive line?
It's just so gritty and hardworking, We don't get a lot of glory, but we know that our job is really important.
It is very important. Everybody on offense doesn't do anything without these guys. So we want to talk a little bit about technique. And I guess let's first start with just your stance. When you first come to the line of scrimmage, what is your optimal stance? What are you trying to achieve?
So typically the center will be right there, the guard here, a little staggered, and I'll be a little staggered off the guard too. And I'll be right here about shoulder width and just right here in a good stance, just like that.
Good base, good solid
good
base.
Make sure my hips are low, my knees are bent, and make sure I'm not too bent over, having good posture, just right here.
All right, so the ball is snapped. If you're in a run block, and say I'm out here as a defensive end or a defensive lineman, if you're on a run block, what's your first step? What do you try to do?
Let's say it's wide zone, since we run a lot of wide zone here. So I'm here, I'm going here to get to my angle, and right here, left foot through the crotch and get in my hand here, just like that.
You want to get your hands on him as soon as possible?
As soon as possible.
All right.
The last thing you want is the defender having his hands in your chest. So as an offensive lineman, you want to use your hands, good pad level, good knee bend, and getting your hands here first.
You want yours in before his?
Yeah, vice grip.
Vice grip.
Vice grip.
Now, if you're on a pass block, obviously that's a little different. What are the first steps involved in a pass block?
So typically in the pass block, he might be a little wider or head up, depending on what kind of front they run. I'll be a little staggered more here so I can get out and really get some movement. So I'm here, and I'm really thinking about driving off of this leg and going like that. So I'm driving here and going like that, like that.
How much do you work on your footwork? Because that to me is one of the more critical aspects of playing offensive line.
Yeah, it's a daily thing, jump ropes, ladders, just taking pass sets, making sure you can move and be agile.
Give me a demonstration at full speed of a pass block, so to speak. I'm not going to rush because you just knock me down, but just a full speed pass block. Boom, boom. A lot of footwork, a lot of footwork. Okay, let's talk about the hands. You've already talked a little bit about on a run block. When in a pass block, what would you try to do with your hands?
So Coach Garrison talks about getting into your set and not reacting over the defender. So you want to get to your spot and take this right hand, call it jab, and the cross, like you're a boxer, jab, cross.
Okay.
So I'm here, jab, cross.
Okay.
So he teaches independent hands. So you get one hand, that's the jab. If he swipes it, you have the cross coming to save you. So that's what he teaches.
So how did you try to learn the position so quickly, and what do you learn each day about playing the position? Do you watch games on TV and learn from maybe NFL guys?
Yeah, it's a daily thing, Offensive line, it doesn't come easy. Like you have to work at it, everything it's really fast. So just watching film, getting there, watching older guys, watching NFL guys, it really helps you out.
Now, one thing that you hear a lot around here, folks, is after a touchdown, it is the responsibility of a running back, a receiver, or a quarterback to find an offensive line.
Hug a big guy.
Hug a big guy. I'm not going to do that, but it is greatly appreciated because you get nowhere without an offensive line.
Yes, sir.
One with Wolfpack is sponsored in part by Coca-Cola. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
I need to try it first.
From protecting your teeth and gums, to restoring your smile, to sponsoring your local team, Tar Heel Periodontics is the premier periodontal practice of the Triangle community. Our team of highly skilled doctors provide dental care as individual as you are, working with you to build a personalized treatment plan to create the beautiful, healthy smile of your dreams. With offices conveniently located across the Triangle and Central North Carolina, you're never far from the Tar Heel Periodontics family. Visit our website or call now.
Mr. Wolf, you're all set. Complete perimeter protection installed, activated, and monitored 24/7.
Rivalries happen, but no matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Place your order for a 2023 F-150 and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
I need to try it first.
This segment of One with Wolfpack is sponsored in part by Town Properties.
The Hokies now are starting to pull away for the Pack as we begin the fourth and final quarter of play. The Pack down by 11. Fortunately, there is still time for a Wolfpack comeback, but it's going to be an uphill climb.
Here he goes, taking a shot, has the youngster, Terrell Timmons. It was freshman on freshman football.
And here is Morris floating a pass to a wide open Trent Penix, touchdown, middle of the end zone. Touchdown Wolfpack, and State is mounting a comeback.
Slip screen, Thayer, Thomas, end zone. Wolfpack take the lead. Here comes the delayed blitz. That was Peyton Wilson.
On the Pack with 19 straight unanswered points, and you can light up the bell tower red. State's dominance at home continues.